There was a time Livermore had 6 hotels in the downtown, and now we have none. And so, cutting to the chase, I certainly appreciate everybody listening in on this interview. But what we're looking for is a yes vote in March.
What's in this for the city of Livermore? Why do we need a boutique hotel downtown?
Well, because when we have the performers at the Bankhead Theater, we'd like them to be able to stay here, and many of them stay in Pleasanton. When people come to visit the downtown, when they visit the city of Livermore, when they're visiting the laboratory, when they have business here, they want to be able to stay in the downtown. They want to be able to stay here and to be able to enjoy the downtown. We have a very walkable downtown. But if you're staying up by the freeway, you can't appreciate that. You can't stroll through the downtown, look at the wonderful shops and restaurants that we have. So we want to have this downtown hotel where people can come into the downtown and enjoy our downtown, enjoy the community, go down to visit the wine country weddings. People can stay here, their families stay here. A frequent complaint that I hear is that there's no place for people to stay. When Bernadette Peters opened the Bankhead Theater, she stayed in Pleasanton because there wasn't a place for her to be here. So we actually heard from the executive director of the Bankhead Theater that he wants the hotel next to the Bankhead because it just makes sense for their survivability. And in fact, when you look at the Bankhead Theater, now that was built 12 years ago, but the planning for that was back in 2004. I was on the General Plan Review Committee where we cited a lot of that, but the downtown was held out separately by the council because they felt it was so important. And it included a hotel in the downtown next to the Bankhead. How can you tell that when they built the Bankhead, they knew that a hotel was going to go there? Because when you look at the west wall of the Bankhead, it's stucco. It's not brick. And the reason because of that is brick is very expensive. So when they built the Bankhead, it was with the full knowledge that that's where the hotel was going to go. And this is the 3rd hotel that we have tried to bring into the downtown. There were 2 previous iterations. Both of those failed. Wow. And this is why this is so critical, is because we need to get this right the 3rd time. Because if we don't, there may not be a 4th. At the last meeting in October, the City Council directed staff to write a letter because we've heard all these comments that, oh, well, there's another hotel waiting to come in. All you just ask. Well, we did. The City Council directed staff to put out a request for this hotelier, whoever he may be, to come in and submit a proposal to the city. That was a month ago. We haven't heard anything from that. There is no one else in the wings. If this fails, this may be our last hope to bring in a hotel for probably another 10 years. Everybody made their investments with the idea that there would be a hotel coming into downtown. So a lot of investment, and this is so important because it's very important to the wineries. Livermore is not an international wine destination. Even though we are the founding of the California wine industry, we are not considered a wine destination. Lodi is. Livermore is not. The wine industry began here in Livermore, but we're not considered a destination because we don't have a full-service hotel.
What are the consequences if this hotel plan doesn't pan out?
This may be the last hotel that we get for another 10 years. We've got some wonderful momentum going in the downtown. We've got a number of, as I said, businesses that have invested with the idea that there would be a hotel coming in. They're relying on tourist traffic coming in. So I think it's a very dire future if this hotel doesn't come in, because I think another outside developer would look at this and they would not consider Livermore because they would see that every step of the way it's going to be a battle because you've got a few people that want what they want, and that translates to another theater in the downtown. It's funny, from some of these folks that are working against us, I've actually heard from them complaints that there are too many young people in the downtown. My sense is, one of these days, my generation is going to have to get out of the way and allow the next generation to inherit this community. And I want them to be able to inherit the best possible community that I can leave for them. And that involves a vibrant, wonderful downtown where people want to come in and meet and hang out and have families come together. So one of the things that I've heard over and over again is give people the right to vote on this. And I'm fine with that, but let's ensure that everyone is an informed voter. And that's why I appreciate you inviting me to this, because the initiative was 118 pages, and I haven't run into anybody that signed it that read the initiative. Similarly, this referendum was 58 pages. No one read it. And what particularly disturbed me about it is I talked to a lot of the signature gatherers, and these were paid signature gatherers that straight up lied to people. Now that's a violation of state law. But I talked with a number of them, and every single one of them said, well, this is about a larger park. Sign here if you want a larger park in the downtown. And at their table, they had a little sign that said, larger park. And in the entire 58 pages of the referendum, the word park is not mentioned once. Voters were told that this was about a park, and it was a straight-up lie. This has nothing to do with a park. It is all about the development agreement to bring in a hotel right next to the Bankhead Theater. And the idea is if you put the hotel next to the Bankhead Theater, then it allows you to have a much larger park. And if you look at the 9212 report, that's exactly what we have found. The city plan has a larger park because we have the hotel on the east side, and it frees up a lot more space on the west side. So I encourage people to get as much information as they can, but remember, the 58 pages where they were told this was about creating a bigger park doesn't use the word park once. Back to the bottom line, in March, the vote that we want to affirm the City Council's decision that we took months ago, vote yes in March. Keep up the momentum, bring in the hotel into the downtown. It's just going to make it bigger, better, and better. And it's going to support the businesses, support the wineries, more vibrancy in the downtown. Vote yes in March. This is Livermore Mayor John Marchand urging you to vote yes in March. It's time to get things done. It's time to bring in the hotel. Thank you.